Right, a different noob strategy that might be more flexible, but doesn't have the mass noob air quality of mass frostworms. Will be Tauren Chieftain Headhunters. Much harder to be straight countered though. So you're going to start off with 5 peons in the gold mine. First peon to come out will build a burrow. You're going to want the burrow close-ish to your gold mine, so you can protect your peons in the gold mine. Next one to come out of the Great Hall will be an altar. You can have your altar like here if you like, and then a barracks over here later on. Next peon to come out will be a war mill. So you want that fairly far away from your original base, near trees. So this is about as good as you can get. Otherwise, ideally somewhere over there, but you can't reach because there's no pathing for it. And then finally, barracks, which you'll be able to build in a moment. Here will do. This way you somewhat protect your defensive line and you protect your main base with a little bit of a gap. Remaining peons can go onto lumber. You can even use a peon to scout actually, although most noobs won't bother to do that, but we'll do that just so we can get information as to who's going to be against us. As soon as your altar's finished, you're going to go with Tauren, or you can do Farseer as well if you feel more comfortable with that. But Tauren has more flexibility with the Headhunter unit. Although in 1 versus 1 you'll go Farseer first, but I'm assuming that most noobs wouldn't even dare to play 1 versus 1. We're going to get ourselves a burrow as and when we can. That's the same build at the moment. Although he's gone really early on the Headhunter for some reason. And get yourself a Headhunter when you can, and a shop. I tried to do a strategy for noobs where we go frostworms, but I had 2 people on the enemy team straight tech to mash gyrocopters, so it was a little bit tricky to pull that one off. So we're doing a more ground-based, flexible strategy that you players can do. Alright, Tauren Chieftain's out, Headhunter is out. Go do a green camp. You can either stop at 17 food so you can get 2 Headhunters, or you can get 1 extra peon, which I did there, which I think will help with lumber just in the long run to get towards higher tech units. So we got 6, 7 peons in total, and the 8th one who's coming back. We're going to tech as soon as we can, so pull in the lumber. And tech as soon as the lumber is in. There it is. And then you go back to building Headhunters. And just creeping at the moment with your Tauren Chieftain. Remember to keep bringing lumber back so you can build everything you want to build. Just keep doing green camps. You don't need an expansion at the moment. With this build, you can actually get a tier 3 expansion if you want from the shop. Tiny Great Hall. Keep creeping. Get yourself another burrow near your lumber as well, so you can protect your wood peons. We'll want to go back soon, so we can get some healing on the Tauren Chieftain. Keep building Headhunters. If you get the extra peon, well, even if you don't, you can still probably afford the still ranged weapon upgrade, because you are just going to be mass in Headhunters here. This is very simple. 1 hero and mass Headhunters whilst you straight tech. Get yourself a healing salve because it's overpowered. 1 charge of healing salve will fully heal your Tauren Chieftain as long as you don't let your Tauren Chieftain get hit. So make the most of that. That's only going to cost you 33 gold. It costs 100 gold in total, but 1 charge is like basically 33 gold. Still getting Headhunters. Tech should be halfway through at least. Yep, it is. Just keep creeping. You're getting stronger and stronger. As soon as you get tier 2, I'd advise getting reinforced defenses. I'm going to do it because I get stream sniped a lot. But even for you, I would suggest it. because it basically gives you like almost base immunity. If the opponents want to attack your base, it's very unlikely they have the units to sort of destroy your base with reinforced defenses, because it gives your burrows fortified armor instead of heavy. That's what I'm looking for. Still getting headhunters. Don't get another upgrade yet, because you're going to want to use your resources to tech as soon as tier 2 is finished. So we're just creeping. Tier 2 is going to finish. You're going to straight tech. Good strategy over there. Means I might actually be able to push the enemy on the top side. I might go do that if they're over there. Just check there's an expansion here. There isn't, so I'm going to go push this. So we're going to get the upgrade for troll headhunters, and then we're going to take one peon and get ourselves... We haven't got the reinforced defenses yet because we don't need it just yet, but when you feel like you need it, get it. But we know that there's no one at the top. Now we're going to get Spirit Lodge, sorry, for Shaman. When someone comes in and town portals, get ready with your Spore Stomp, because they're going to town port in a very stupid position like that. So you can get a nice stomp on all of their units. Pull back your injured units, threaten their fast here. Pull your range units back in so you can take down the burrow, because we don't care about chasing like a noob, even if we are a noob. Killing the burrow will be far more productive. Back to upgrade damage. War Stomp, finish off the burrow, and then pull injured units back. I mean, I probably shouldn't do any micro if I'm trying to protect, but, you know, we're doing what we're doing. Because I can't help it. That is my natural state. Just make that headhunter run. Whether he dies or not, it doesn't matter. He's done his job. He's just distracting at the moment. My allies lost again. Okay, another town portal coming in. Don't know where that one went. Don't lose sight of what you're trying to do strategy-wise. So headhunters... Get yourself reinforced defenses afterwards, because you might need it. First, there's 2 players here, but I can probably fight versus this fine. Just keep them distracted. Don't over-engage if you can't handle it. You're just basically wasting time, because they're panicking over on that side. Yeah, spamming out GG and stuff like that. One headhunter did make it. So we're just keeping them busy. We've got reinforced defenses coming up afterwards. Don't know where they are. Keep an eye on them. They could have gone straight over to my base, so I've got to kind of head this way in case they did, so I can defend it. But if you don't see anything at this point, they haven't. Okay, there they are. We can see them. So go back into attack mode. Now, Shaman, upgrade it, or build it and then upgrade it, but either way you want to build it and upgrade it. Right, upgrade complete. That's Berserker upgrade. And then you can get the final ranged upgrade, but that's a lot of lumber, so don't rush into that if you can't afford it lumber-wise. But you can see gold-wise, very easy game. We're just massing headhunters, 1 hero. And basically attack move. Oh, 2 Freefer. Time to town portal. So there's the Freefer. You'll have your reinforced defenses soon, so just stay by your base. I don't like getting Cloak of Shadows because it makes me lose my thing. Scroller speed is insanely good. I would highly suggest getting it. Just keep an eye on things that are being built, upgraded as you go. They're doing a big attack over here, which means that they're going to have to respond. So you can either start to attack again with your attack move. I just basically got all of my units in one hotkey group here, and just A, left click the map, and then just move back accordingly. Now we're going to have lumber soon. No, we won't actually, because we've got to get master training. We definitely won't have lumber. Not yet, not yet. We got 1 player over here. Just going to waste the time a little bit. Keep getting your headhunters and then shaman after that. And that's all you're going to build. Headhunters and shaman. That's all you're going to build. Don't like shops existing. Headhunters. So if you don't want to attack, for example, now would be a good time to pull back and go get yourself a free expansion. You can build some wood peons to compensate, or build another war mill over here, for example, to make up all the lumber that you're going to be missing out on. Because you can take, say, a few workers, send them over here. Now we're going to cancel that, and we're going to get a tiny Great Hall, which we can easily afford. And we're just going to protect this expansion point. So if you feel like you're at a point where you want to have an expansion, or you want like just ridiculous resources coming in, then this is how you do it. You don't have to get the expansion early on. You can still get it relatively quickly just by straight taking to tier 3. And then that will go through. You get a couple of peons from here. You still got peons on lumber over here. You'll be reinforced. And then you attack move again from this position. So peon, resetting. And then on top of that, let's get the upgrade for damage. Because we've just got the lumber. And then it's just shaman headhunters. If you want to throw anything else into the mix, feel free to do so. A Kodo would be a good idea. Because a Kodo would give you like a damage aura, but again, this is going to be as straightforward as possible. I've only slightly complicated it by throwing the shaman in, but the shaman's cool. You're going to like him if you get him. Because he gives you bloodlust on all your units, which makes you attack faster. Which therefore makes you do more damage. Shaman, that. You can get another peon or two if you feel like your wood is too low, which it will be if you've got an expansion. And then don't forget, if you get an expansion, just get yourself production facilities, such as more barracks or more shaman. Or if you really want to make your life easy, go mass wyverns. But I wouldn't do that build because, again, I get stream sniped a lot and people just go mass gyrocopters abnormally early. One neat trick to do would be to lightning shield your Tauren Chieftain to do bucket loads of extra damage, because he's your only melee character. If you're getting too many units, you might want to put them on separate hotkeys, one for headhunters and then one for shaman, and then go from there basically. Spam, 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 spam. And then with the spare lumber that you get, just build more. Don't stop building, baby. And just attack move your way to victory. A lot of my initial attacks will be just attack move. A left click. And then you just micro after that. But you don't have to micro at all. Just make sure you war stomp and pull units back versus a Tauren Chieftain like that. You can even purge him if you've got the mana for it. And then we're going to go hard on his Tauren just to punish him for this. Because he's not paying proper attention. He wants to get one more war stomp off. He's obviously going to get bailed out by his ally, so I get killed there. I got distracted by the person town portaling. I can never do one versus one for very long. As soon as I saw that town portal, I was like, oh, for God's sake. You guys can't handle it, bro. One of these days I'll have a game where my allies are able to handle the opponents and actually keep them in place without the opponents always having free will to be able to deal with me. They're going straight for the expansion, by the way, but it doesn't matter too much because I've got loads of gold. You can either try to make those peons flee if you want, or just leave them there because you don't care. And you probably wouldn't bother to move them back if that was the case. Loads of more burrows, because if you're going to be going over the 50 food cap, you're going to want to have the food supply for it. You can get your hero back from a tavern if you want. That's a quick way to do it. And Orc can get away with it more because they've got healing, salve, and clarity to get them sort of rejuvenated up. I'm surprised they still haven't won the game yet, in all honesty. We're going to attack again in a moment. Imagine you still have your Tauren Chieftain at this point, because you probably wouldn't have lost it, because you probably wouldn't have got like multiple people constantly fighting against you. Despite obviously only fighting against one opponent. I mean, only having you by yourself. You'd probably be following other people or whatever. Doing a lightning shield on one of those repairing peons so you can get extra damage taken. Very hard to kill that. You've almost got it. No, you haven't. I cannot get that. That is the strongest tower I think I've ever fought against in the game. Alright, at least my heroes are back now. That is the strongest tower I've ever faced in my life. Get ready to purge that, because you know that he's going to hex. A noob wouldn't do that. Like, I mean, honestly, like, I've set you up, but at this point, you would probably lose a lot of these fights if you are legitimately a noob. You'd win these fights if your allies weren't dog shit, because then they'd be able to keep the enemy properly busy. But your allies are always going to be dog shit if you're me. Which is why basically every game is like 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, you know, that kind of thing. And you get stream sniped every single game. I'm just going to basically play to win now at this point. I feel like I've set you up. You've got fully upgraded headhunters and shaman and all that. We're playing to win now at this point. Back. Just a move, basically. We'll town portal soon, so we can reposition. And you still got most of your units left alive. There you go. Reposition over here, much more easy, comfortable. Might have to set myself up with another expansion, since I've got to carry quite a lot here. Don't know where my Tauren Chieftain is. Doesn't want to join the party. Ooh, I think I see an ally. First time's the charm. Don't see those every day. Just keep purging. Punish him for the scum that he is. Just keep saving headhunters. That's it. You win. At least you should have won at this point already. We've got almost fully upgraded headhunters. Reincarnation, which is nice. Very good for your hero. Just comes back whenever he likes. Gonna have to save a little bit of resource for town portal. There's a lot of bloodlusted peons. Should be able to attack again now. But the beauty of this build is you really only need one hero, and almost definitely most noobs will not build more than one hero. We're just going to attack move into this now. I've done too many sort of carefully constructed attacks against like the towers and stuff, and it's just too many enemies come in, so we're just going to clear this up one building at a time. Keep your Tauren Chieftain nearby so you can get some lovely auras on them. Upgrade. Killing it one building at a time certainly makes it easier. Alright, we can charge in a bit now. A healing scroll would be nice, but I'll have to travel to get that, and I don't want to travel. You can actually let your Tauren Chieftain die if you want, because he's just going to res with full health and mana. Quite the nuisance base to get down. But perseverance has paid off. A Noobs certainly wouldn't use backpack overclocked. We now have fully upgraded headhunters, so that's a treat. And one base is down. If you don't think your opponents are going to stream snipe and go mass anti-air, then what you can do is as you reach tier 3, you can actually just go wyverns with the bestiary, or you can get the Kodo like I suggested as well, if you really want to, but most noobs wouldn't want to bother with that, but they would want to go wyverns. So instead of getting like an extra spirit lodge and extra barracks, that kind of thing, just go wyverns. Double bestiary, mass wyverns. Triple bestiary if you got loads of gold. I'm going to get demolishers now to help me sort of push annoying towers more easily. I'm done caring at this point now. I'm just suiciding everything in. In fact, I'll make use of what I say, and I'll just get the wyverns now. Reposition Tauren Chieftain for where they probably town portal. Punish. Actually going to punish his headhunter because he's not paying attention to it. Who's this? Woo! He just pops in and then's like, no, I'm out. Fuck that shit, I'm out. Oh yeah, so if you weren't getting demolishers, you just mass wyverns, in all honesty. I would tell you to mass wyverns. Like, just mass wyverns if you're really a big noob. And just hope that people carry you, but, you know, it's not that simple. If I'm playing from an anonymous account or something, I can do it more easily. Shadowhunter second would be a highly suggested hero if you wanted to get a second hero with this build. Because he can provide lots of super strong healing, which is going to bounce all over the place and really be good for your headhunters. How's this game still go? There we go. Finally, GG. So, not exactly played super like a noob, but I wasn't in a position where I can do it. I'm just getting too stream sniped at the moment these days. But I did it, at least the build for you, so you can just take it from there. Tauren Chieftain Headhunters, fully upgrade them, throw Shaman in because they're just auto-cast Bloodlust and they make you a lot stronger. And if you want to do Lightning Shield on your Tauren Chieftain, go for it. Job done.